Have you ever looked at your bank account, opened your credit card statement, and thought, how did I end up here? Maybe it started with one small purchase, a new phone, a vacation, a medical bill, a car repair, or maybe you simply needed help getting through a difficult month. At first, borrowing money didn't seem like a big deal. You told yourself, I'll pay it back next month. But then next month came, and another bill arrived, interest was added. Minimum payments barely made a difference. And before you knew it, the balance became larger than you ever expected. Now every paycheck feels like it's already spent before it even reaches your account. You work hard, you earn money, but somehow your debt keeps growing instead of shrinking. If that sounds familiar, you're not alone. Millions of people struggle with debt every single day. The good news is this: getting into debt can happen to almost anyone, but staying in debt forever doesn't have to be your future. The truth is, becoming debt-free isn't about earning millions of dollars. It's about having a simple plan, staying consistent, and making smarter financial decisions. Today, I'll show you practical strategies that can help you pay off debt faster, reduce financial stress, and finally take back control of your money. No complicated financial terms, no unrealistic promises, just simple steps that actually work. Let's get started. The first thing you need to understand is why debt grows so quickly. Most people think debt grows because they spend too much. Sometimes that's true, but that's not the whole story. The biggest reason debt becomes overwhelming is interest. Imagine borrowing $1,000. If you pay it back immediately, you only repay the amount you borrowed. But if you wait, interest starts growing, month after month, year after year. Now you're paying interest on the original amount. Then you're paying interest on the interest. Eventually, the total amount becomes much larger than what you first borrowed. That's why debt can feel like running on a treadmill. You're moving, you're making payments, but you don't feel like you're getting anywhere. Here's another common mistake. Many people only pay the minimum payment every month. It feels safe because it's affordable, but minimum payments mainly cover interest. Only a small portion actually reduces your debt. Sometimes it can take years to pay off something that could have been cleared much sooner. Now let's talk about something important. Not all debt is the same. Some debt can help you build your future. Other debt quietly steals your future. This is the difference between good debt and bad debt. Good debt is money borrowed to buy something that has the potential to increase in value or improve your earning ability. For example, a student loan that helps you build a successful career, a mortgage for a home, a business loan that helps grow a profitable company. These types of debt can create long-term value when managed responsibly. Bad debt is different. Bad debt usually pays for things that lose value quickly. Credit card debt from shopping, impulse purchases, expensive vacations you couldn't really afford, luxury items bought just to impress other people. These purchases may feel exciting today, but months later you're still paying for something. One of the biggest mindset changes you can make is this. Stop asking, can I afford the monthly payment? Instead ask, can I truly afford the total cost? That one question can save you thousands of dollars over your lifetime. Now let's do something many people avoid. Face your debt honestly. Don't ignore it. Don't hide from it. Write everything down. Every credit card, every personal loan, every car loan, every payment, every interest rate, every remaining balance. That's not what a budget really is. A budget simply tells your money where to go before it disappears. Without a budget, money tends to disappear on small purchases you barely remember. Coffee here, food delivery there, online shopping, subscriptions you forgot about. Little by little, these small expenses quietly eat away at your income. For 1 month, track every dollar you spend. Everything, even the smallest purchases. You might be surprised by where your money is actually going. Once you see the numbers, you'll naturally find places to cut back without feeling miserable. Maybe you cancel subscriptions you never use. Maybe you cook at home a little more often. Maybe you delay one unnecessary purchase. Those small savings can be redirected toward paying off debt faster. And here's something powerful. Every extra dollar you put toward your debt today reduces future interest. That means you're not just paying off debt. You're preventing even more debt from growing. That's one of the smartest financial decisions you can make. Finally, remember this. Becoming debt-free isn't a race against other people. It's a promise you make to yourself. Some months you'll make huge progress. Other months progress may feel slow. That's okay. Consistency beats perfection every single time. Every payment moves you one step closer. Every smart decision builds a stronger future. And every dollar you pay off brings you closer to financial freedom. Now that you understand how debt grows, it's time to build a plan that actually helps you get rid of it. This is where everything starts to change. The goal isn't to work harder. The goal is to make every dollar work smarter. The first step is simple. Stop creating new debt. This may sound obvious, but it's one of the hardest habits to break. Imagine trying to empty a bathtub while the faucet is still running. No matter how fast you scoop the water out, the tub never gets empty. Debt works the same way. If you're paying off old debt while continuing to use your credit cards for new purchases, you'll always feel stuck. For a while, stop adding new debt whenever possible. Use cash. Use your debit card. Only spend money you already have. This one habit alone can completely change your financial future. Now let's talk about the two most popular debt payoff strategies. The first one is called the debt snowball method. This method is simple and incredibly motivating. Here's how it works. Write down every debt you have. Arrange them from the smallest balance to the largest balance. Keep making the minimum payment on every debt. Then put every extra dollar toward the smallest balance. Once that first debt is completely paid off, celebrate the win. Now take the money you were paying on that debt and add it to the payment for the next smallest debt. Your payments become larger and larger, just like a snowball rolling downhill. It's motivation. Every time you completely eliminate one debt, you feel successful. Those small victories keep you moving forward. Now let's look at another strategy. The debt avalanche method. Instead of focusing on the smallest balance, you focus on the highest interest rate. Again, continue making minimum payments on every debt. Then send every extra dollar toward the debt with the highest interest. Once that's gone, move to the next highest interest rate. This method usually saves more money over time because you're eliminating the most expensive debt first. So which method is better? Honestly, both work. The best method is the one you'll actually stick with. If small wins keep you motivated, choose the snowball method. If saving the most money matters most to you, choose the avalanche method. The important thing isn't choosing the perfect strategy. The important thing is starting. Now here's another powerful idea. Whenever you receive extra money, don't immediately think about spending it. Think about eliminating debt. Maybe you receive a work bonus, a tax refund, birthday money, overtime pay, freelance income, money from selling things you no longer use. Instead of spending every extra dollar, send a large portion directly toward your debt. One extra payment today could save you months of interest later. Now let's talk about increasing your income. Many people focus only on spending less, but earning more can speed up your journey even faster. Could you work a few extra hours each week? Start a small side hustle? Sell unused electronics? Offer a skill online? Drive for a delivery service? Tutor students? Pet sit? Freelance? You don't need to do it forever. Even a few $100 extra every month can dramatically reduce your payoff timeline. Now let's discuss something that quietly keeps people trapped. Imagine getting a raise at work. Most people immediately upgrade their lifestyle. A nicer car, a bigger apartment, more expensive restaurants, more shopping. Instead of improving their financial future, they simply increase their monthly expenses. Here's a smarter approach. When your income increases, keep living the same way for a while. Use the extra income to destroy your debt faster. Future, you will be incredibly grateful. Another important habit is avoiding impulse purchases. Before buying something expensive, pause for 24 hours. Ask yourself, do I really need this, or do I simply want it right now? You'll be surprised how many purchases lose their appeal after one day. That simple pause can save hundreds or even thousands of dollars every year. Let's also talk about credit cards. Credit cards aren't automatically bad. Used responsibly, they can be useful. Interest begins working against you instead of for you. If you're serious about becoming debt-free, try to pay your credit card balance in full whenever possible. If that's not possible yet, avoid adding new purchases while you're paying down existing balances. Now here's something people often overlook. Your environment matters. If your friends constantly encourage expensive spending, shopping every weekend, luxury vacations, eating out every day, it becomes much harder to stay focused. You don't need to stop enjoying life, but you do need to remember your goal. Temporary sacrifice creates long-term freedom. And finally, don't expect overnight results. Debt usually isn't created in 1 month, so it won't disappear in 1 month either. Some weeks you'll feel unstoppable. Other weeks' progress may seem painfully slow. Keep going anyway. Every payment reduces your balance. Every dollar saved reduces future interest. Every smart decision brings you one step closer to financial freedom. One day you'll open your banking app, look at your balances, and realize something incredible. You're finally in control of your money again. Now that you have a plan, there's one final piece of the puzzle: staying motivated. Because paying off debt isn't just about numbers. It's about changing habits. And changing habits takes time. The truth is, there will be days when you feel like giving up.